You may know Billie Eilish as the girl who wore spiders all over herself and even put one in her mouth for a music video. Or you may know her as a devil-may-care, musically talented, up-and-coming alternative singer-songwriter. But she's also a pretty interesting lyricist who likes to dig deep into the minds of murderers, apparently. What can listeners and songwriters learn from her song Bellyache? Let me explain. Hey everybody, I'm Clifford Stumby, the pop song professor, and welcome to my channel where we make English class awesome by explaining and sometimes roasting song lyrics on school days. And today, we are deconstructing Bellyache by Billie Eilish. Somewhat known fact, Billie is only half of the creative team. Her brother Phineas is a big part of her music and lyrics, but because her name's on the byline, we'll just refer to the duo as her. On first impression, Bellyache is scary as heck and kind of messed up. My friends aren't far, in the back of my car lay their bodies. The song is about a psychopathic murderer who loses her mind, kills her friends, and wonders why she feels guilty. That guilt is the bellyache. Eilish explains that she and her brother oftentimes like to write from the perspectives of others, and this time they chose the perspective of a murderer. Eilish explains, that character isn't me, but it also is. The song is really about doing terrible things and not really knowing why. But what I find really interesting about the way she writes this song is how she forcefully drags our imaginations into the world of what she's written. In Bellyache, she does this through a surprisingly high level of detail. Russian writer from the 1800s Anton Chekhov is said to have written in a letter, "Don't tell me the moon is shining, show me the glint of light on broken glass." While his actual quote is more complicated, the advice holds true and is usually shortened to show don't tell. When I teach songwriters how to create lyrics, I often use this advice, particularly when they want to describe emotions. Instead of singing, "she was heartbroken," it's more powerful to say, "she cried all night," or "she slammed the door, dove into her bed, and wept for hours." To be fair, that last one is also a little bit cliche, but you get the idea. Showing is exactly what Billie does here. Does she ever tell us that this person is a murderer? Or a psychopath? Not once. Instead, we hear her asking, "Where's my mind?" and saying, "In the back of my car lay their bodies," and "the way I wear my noose like a necklace." She's shown us a lot about this character without telling anything. To take things to a final level, Anton Chekhov's full quote about showing not telling goes like this. "In descriptions of nature, one must seize on small details, grouping them so that when the reader closes his eyes, he gets a picture." And what does Billie do? Using the power of showing not telling, she sucks us into the story, giving us a whole visual world to imagine. In fact, there are 5 visual cues, or what I call touch points, in the first verse alone. Sitting all alone, mouthful of gum in the driveway, my friends aren't far, in the back of my car lay their bodies. Notice how each of these evokes a visual image in our mind's imagination? Now, words like friends or car aren't super special and could evoke any sort of image of friends or cars that the listener might think of, but the mouthful of gum particularly is a powerful image because it is specific. How many different ways are there to imagine a mouthful of gum? And when you fill your lyrics with specific details like that, you immediately snatch your listener's attention. Eilish has hooked us mentally because she's hooked us visually. And we humans, especially we humans in 2019, are visual people. What are you doing right now? You're watching a video, and chances are you probably spend a lot of time watching video of some sort or another. When Eilish or any songwriter speaks to a listener's brain using visuals or any language that's easy to understand, it makes the connection process that much easier for a listener, making the song more vibrant and more powerful. Finally, if you're not convinced that touch points or what Billie is doing here are all that special, check out this stanza from the January 26th #1 song on Billboard's Hot 100, "Without Me" by Halsey. "Found you when your heart was broke, I filled your cup until it overflowed, took it so far to keep you close, I was afraid to leave you on your own." The only actual touch points here are heart and cup, and both of these are just metaphors anyway. The entire stanza is full of telling and no showing at all. Try imagining the scene. In your mind's eye, which is easier to picture, Halsey's or Billie's? 99 times out of 100, a songwriter who uses visual touch points like Billie will be better able to connect with the listener and their imagination than a songwriter who doesn't use those touch points. Whether she's describing her nervousness with biting nails or being too young for jail in the second verse, or whether she's being creepy on a driveway near friends' dead bodies in the first verse, Billie Eilish makes powerful use of visual touch points and showing not telling to make her song come to life. thanks for watching this video, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed it, especially if you're a big Billie Eilish fan. Speaking of big Billie Eilish fans, my thumbnail editor, Mar, is a huge Billie Eilish fan, apparently, and so she wanted me to, like, say that. So there you go, and thanks for all the awesome thumbnails, Mar. You're incredible. And we might be seeing some drawing projects with Mar come out soon. But anyway, her Instagram's in the description down below. Feel free to check that out. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to check out these videos and get ready for more of the Billie Eilish series coming up. We have our last video in the series coming next Friday. Hope that you enjoy it. Talk to you soon.